It had been a long week of overtime and coffee-stained paperwork. So when Melissa saw the bright pink playhouse at the local hardware store, she didn't hesitate. It was perfect. White trimmings, a tiny shingled roof, and just enough room inside for her 5-year-old daughter Morgan to host tea parties with dolls and dream up imaginary worlds. After all, Morgan had been quieter than usual since the move. Melissa thought a gift like this would spark a little joy. They set it up in the backyard on a sunny Saturday morning, squealed in excitement, dancing barefoot in the grass, her curls bouncing at night. She named it the Princess House. By Wednesday, Melissa noticed something strange. Morgan started talking about a friend named Myra. Lives in the playhouse, Morgan said, stirring an empty teacup. She comes out when it gets dark. Melissa chuckled. Imaginary friends are normal, she told herself. She let it slide. Kids have wild imaginations. But soon Morgan's conversations with Myra grew unsettling. She said she used to live in a big house, Morgan whispered over dinner, until the fire. She said her mommy couldn't find her. She got really mad. Melissa forked pulse mid-air. What do you mean mad? She said. If I ever leave her alone, she'll come find me. A chill crept up Melissa's spine. Morgan, you know Myra's not real, right? She is real, Morgan said flatly. She told me you'll say that. That night, Melissa barely slept. On Friday, she sent Lily to her grandmother's for the weekend. Melissa needed a break, some quiet, a glass of wine, and maybe time to clear her head. By midnight, the house was too quiet, and she couldn't stop staring out the window at the little pink playhouse bathed in the silver light of the moon. It felt wrong. She grabbed her flashlight and stepped into the yard. Crickets chirped in lazy rhythm, but everything else was still, dead still. When she opened up the tiny white door, the air shifted. The flashlight flickered once, then twice, then it went out. Inside, it was colder than it should have been. Melissa's breath fogged in front of her. She turned to leave, but the door slammed shut. Her heart racing, she fumbled for the handle, but it wouldn't budge. Panic racing, she turned around. That's when she saw it. In the far corner of the playhouse where Morgan kept her plush bears in plastic cups, something moved. It wasn't a child. It looked like one, but wrong. Limbs were too long. His skin was gray and blistering, like burned wax. His eyes were hollow as if carved into his skull, and his smile was wide and raw like torn paper. You finally came to visit, it whispered, voice like rusted nails dragging on glass. Morgan said you would. Melissa screamed, stumbling backward, hitting her head against the low ceiling. The thing began to crawl, nose slithered towards her, its joints crackling, mouth stretching open, revealing black gums and a long twitching tongue. I don't like being left alone, it hissed. It makes me angry. Very, very angry. Melissa kicked the door with everything she had. Once, twice, on the third it flew open and she bolted into the night, not daring to look back. She didn't stop running until she was inside her house, locked behind every door, gasping for air. She never told Morgan what she saw, but the next morning the playhouse was gone. Not broken, not moved, gone. Just a square patch of dead grass where it once stood, and in the inner center of the patch a single pink tip cup sat, filled with ashes. That night haunts her, and yes, it haunts her for the rest of her days.